All right. Hello, secret agents, and welcome to our Saturday new agent orientation training here, November 5th. And I'm really excited to be here and to be able to share with you a little bit on getting started in your business. Now, I know some of you are brand new to the Secret family, so I want to welcome you, congratulate you on making what I believe is one of the best decisions you could ever make, which is to get into free enterprise. And to take for some a risk to do something to set yourself apart and kind of separate yourself from the masses. And because a lot of people out there, they don't want to make the wrong decision, so they don't take any risks. And I think one of the biggest risks in life is not taking risks at all. So I applaud you, I commend you. It takes a lot of courage to do something, especially when it might be against the grain or maybe not what all of us were taught growing up, which I don't know if you have parents like mine. Let's go to school, get good grades, and get a good. Oh, we have the same parents. Once you do that, you graduate and, you work for a company for 30, 40 years and you can maybe retire and get the gold watch and the pension. And that is a fairy tale that, it doesn't exist anymore, as we know. So the real thing is this is not so much job security, even like you look at, the world security and what happened in these last couple of years, people are realizing is you have to find a way to create your own personal economy. And I believe that this is an incredible way to be able to do that here, not just with the network marketing industry, which I'm a raving fan of, but particularly with Club Secret as we are launching it here. Now, I do know that we have a lot of people that are on this training that you're not new. And I'm going to put this here in speaker mode. Okay. So I'm going to spotlight for everyone. There we go. So, I do know there's a lot of people on here that I see that are not new. You're not new to this space. You're not even new to Secret. You're like, well, why would somebody that's been in for a year, been in for 2 years, or been successful be on a new agent orientation training? And it's because this training is for new people, and it's also for everybody who's not new, because our business is currently always evolving around helping new people get started and get off on the right steps and get off on the right track. So for all of you that are our leadership that we have here in the business, thank you for being here. And so even though, this training is specifically for new, and if you're not new, this training is specifically for you as well, because we're really all kind of relaunching and starting our business, especially with a lot of the new programs that are coming out here. Now, my goal is to be fast today, but I also want to be thorough. So I want to make sure that you get some of the information, you get stuff that you need on how to get your business launched, how to get your business started, some of the pitfalls that you might be experiencing, because unfortunately, a lot of people inside of Secret have what I call a failure to launch or a failure to start. And they kind of knock themselves out before they even get going. And most of it is because of either unrealistic expectations or mismanaged expectations. And part of it was that when I got started 20 years ago doing this, I was a 19-year-old kid in Los Angeles. I was a broke college student. I was teaching dance classes. I was teaching hip hop classes. And I know I don't look like it, but there's YouTube videos. You can find them out there. And what happened for me was I thought it was a brilliant concept. And so I assumed everybody else would assume it was a brilliant concept too. And I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. They said, if you find 5 people who find 5 people who find 5 people, find 5 people, like you have like thousands of people. And I was like, well, I could get 5 today. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by Friday, I'm like Ferrari shopping, because I thought this was going to be, and obviously I found out that's not the case, but so I had to re-educate some of my expectations. The first thing I had to realize is that not everybody was going to get it and see it like me. And that was frustrating, especially for the people that were closest to me, that I wanted to get it. I wanted to see it. And so I got emotionally attached to who said yes and who said no. And I also got attached to the negativity that I got from people who just didn't get it. And I think we've all been in this experience, and we've all been in this. How many of you guys have ever been to a restaurant or had a meal that you really loved, like really loved? And how many of you guys have brought somebody to that restaurant or had them eat that meal and they were like, oh, I didn't like that. Right? And it wasn't for them, right? So I love sushi. One of my best friends, Muzaffar Najfi, wouldn't even barely step into a restaurant where they serve sushi. Right? So it's just not his thing. Now, it doesn't mean that sushi's not delicious, because it is. And if you don't like it, you're weird. You know what I mean? So, but it doesn't mean that everything's for everybody. It doesn't mean that sushi wasn't good for me. It doesn't mean that it's not, but it doesn't mean it's for everybody. Now, that being said, I still do believe Secret is for everybody. but it doesn't mean that everybody believes that. And I don't need them to believe what I believe. What I need to do is find people who also see what I see. And in order to do that, I need to be willing and I need to be open to understanding that not everyone's going to get it, and that's okay. And sometimes it's the people that's closest to you that you really want to understand this, you want to get this, and they don't. And it's frustrating all this get out. And I understand. So, but first part of the process is you kind of understand that this is a sorting business. We are not so much in sales as I believe as we are in marketing. Okay. Sales is I got to convince everybody, particularly that what I have, they should have. I think marketing is a little bit different, is that our job is to share. So the key word here is to share what it is that we offer, and then collect decisions. And what I mean by that is, instead of trying to convince everyone, is I want to share it with 10 to find the one or two that are interested now. And I'm going to explain these concepts as we go. But these were things that I think got a lot of people knocked out of the gates out of the beginning, and a lot of frustration because there's a lot of fear around, how do I do this? And it's the right way to do this. And I don't want to mess it up. And, I've had that, looking down at my phone and be like, just call them, 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 crap. And then then I move on to doing the dishes or organizing my desk, right? So we all go through that, but I want to help you get through some of what I call your first exposure jitters. And also just know that you're going to find people that are automatic no's or automatic negatives. And I know that. How many of you guys know there's some people that are just no, they're just negative. There's no. And I don't want you to be surprised when it happens, because it's going to happen, right? So they're out there. So let's dive into this and get into your get into our program here of getting started in the world of Secret. So in Secret, there's a lot of amazing organizations and teams that we're a part of. And one of the things that we put together for our organization is what we call a synergy system. Now, there is lots of organizations. And if you're new here, you could be a part of many leadership groups and bodies, from Chillin' Worldwide, so different groups here, to Get Life, I know, from mostly out of Denver, and over here to Team Rhino, to Team Fearless, to Dream Team, to you name it. There's a lot of organizations here, leadership bodies that are, but overarching on that umbrella, we put together what we call the synergy system as some tools to make sure that you can get off to a fast start. So the first of those tools you're going to find is our website. Now, our website is teamsynergyagents.com. teamsynergyagents.com. So it's one word.com. The other thing that you're going to find that from is that is also our Instagram handle. That is also our YouTube handle. It is also a lot of our websites you'll see. But this is a resource center for you to be able to get plugged in and connected to our team, which is from me and Mazafar, to be able to get you access to information to help you grow your business. So on this website, when you click on it, you can join our WhatsApp broadcast list, our Telegram channel. We recommend that you join Secret's Facebook bulletin board. The other thing we recommend that you do is join our team Facebook group, our Instagram. We have our Vimeo account. So you can just click on all this stuff and hit like and join. Underneath that, you're going to see that we have daily presentations every single day outside of Tuesday, because Tuesdays we do our training, which we'll talk about, is an opportunity to see somebody present Secret. And so for many of us, this is learning the presentation, is watching the presentation, right? So spaced repetition is the mother of all skill. If you want to get good at something, you want to do it again and again and again, or watch it again and again and again. It's kind of like, lyrics to songs you don't even like. Why? Because you heard them over and over and over and over. And the thing is, learning the lyrics to, the new hot song didn't make me any money. Right. So, but learning the lyrics to this presentation and being able to recite the lyrics to this presentation gave me my freedom. So this is one of those things. We have a countdown here to one of our next major events coming up with Black Friday, which is exciting. The presentation has PowerPoint. If you want to download, you can find it right here on our website. And you're going to see updates all the time for this. The most recent update will be the date of the file, and also right here. So if you come down here and you see a different date, and right down here is a new agent launch document. This is something that we're going to be updating. There's a few things that need to be tweaked on it, but for the most part, this is what I'm going to be going through with you. Okay. So which is your why, your commitment, your list, your action steps, and your launch. Okay. So these are the things in getting started that I think are very important inside of your business. The only thing that is a little bit different on here is we have transitioned from primarily using what we call the Share Secret app to what we call the Team Synergy app, which is powered by Rapid Funnel. It's the only thing that's really different on here. And I'm going to show you guys where to find that. It's very simple. So we're going to walk through these pieces, but we have our calendar here. If you want to know what's happening, the presentations, what's the Zoom link? All right, you'll find it here. How do I get access to our training? What are the up and coming events here for Secret? Or a new agent orientation, the one that we're on right now, you can obviously see right here. So for this next month. Past events, we obviously know the majority of you are spare time, part-time getting started. Maybe you got 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, and you're not always available at a time to be able to get on something. We have all of our trainings and videos and everything recorded, and those are available for replay right here. So you can just go click on it and go watch the most recent presentation. The other thing that's great about it is all of our presentations that we have by our top leadership are recorded here as well. So you can find them. And so sometimes people will relate to different people that have different stories. Maybe you want to get the graphic designer, maybe you want to get the nutritionist, maybe you want to get the guy who had 700 jobs, maybe you want to get Mr. USA, maybe you want to get so the CPA. So when you see these presentations from these leaders, you're going to get a chance to see different styles and understand the presentation. Even though they're all presenting Secret, they all have their way of connecting with different demographics. So as far as training, you're going to see big updates on this. There's not much you need to get to in on here because what we're giving you today, I believe, is enough. And then our app. So I'm going to go over this here in a little bit. But there's one other thing that I want to show you before I kind of draw out getting started inside of your program is in your back office. So when you go to secretdirect.com, all right, there's a login, and I'll show you here as a brand new person. Up in the top right-hand corner, if you're not logged in, you're going to want to it'll hit login, and then you're going to put in your username and your password. It's what you set up when you enrolled as a Secret agent. When you click back join or log in, it's going to take you into your back office. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to get lost in here. There's a lot of great things in here. But the reason why there's so much in here is as your business grows, it will continue to evolve. The only thing that you really want to be focused on and being brand new is this. You want to make sure that you are always active. Up here in the top right-hand corner, there's these two boxes called active and qualified. And you want to make sure that those boxes have checks, but for sure, the first box has a check called active. All right. Now, if you joined with a preview pack, a power pack, or the professional package, both these boxes are going to be checked active and qualified. Okay. Now, if you want to know how to be active or qualified, if you hover over them, it will show you the difference between the two. Now, active means that here's how you're active with Secret. You are an active Club Secret member. Ta-da, you're active. So you don't have to worry much about that. Now, for those that are saying, well, what if I'm not on Club Secret? You can also be active with 100 points. We call it points, or TPB, which is volume points, which is equivalent to $100 US. So if you're in Canada, different markets, just make sure it's always 100 QV. We call it qualifying volume, in order for you to be active if you're not a Club Secret member. But being a Club Secret member gives you every month your membership dues back for you to use as credit to purchase every month. So there would be no reason not to be a Club Secret member. So that's first off. The second thing, though, over here is you're going to look at this new Rockstar tracker. Now, some of you guys are like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that was there. That's right. Just went up yesterday. So this is the focal point for everybody getting started, is we want to help you become what we call a rock star, right? So now I think the thing for Rockstar is like the, two fingers, like I'm a rock star. Right. So Rockstar should be really easy to remember for you, because it is 4 signups in 4 weeks with that enroll with 400 QV or more. So the reason why it's Rockstar is 1, 2, 3, 4 signups in 4 weeks with 400 QV or more. So you can't really mess it up. Now people say, well, what does that QV mean? Well, our preview package is 400 QV. So if they enroll, or new agent enrolls with any package, that would qualify as one of the people to help you get to the 4 to get to Rockstar. Now, why you're going to want to get to Rockstar is when you get to Rockstar, we double your getting started bonuses. So when you enroll a new person into Secret, you earn a 10% bonus. So here's the thing, Rockstar, we want to help you do that within your first 4 weeks, but it doesn't take 4 weeks. We can do it in your first 4 days, but we want to shoot for getting that done fast. So that way we got plenty of time to do it. So, but enrolling agents with our getaway packages and our lifestyle package is super important. The second thing that you're going to earn money with is customers. Enrolling a customer or a VIP customer. And enrolling a VIP customer, you're going to start by earning 20% commissions. So my personal goal with a new person is to make them what I call 4x4, right? I'm going to have them shoot for 4 customers, and I'm going to have them shoot for 4 agents so they become a rock star in their first 4 weeks. So that's the program, and that's what we want you to focus on, because some of the people are going to join as a customer, some will join as an agent. And we're going to talk about how to go out there and do that process, but that's the focal point for you guys. You don't need to, there's a lot of other things out here. If you want to get, into it, you can look at some of the training and resources and tools over here. Just know it's available for you. But this is where you want to get into this. There's one piece here, last piece in the back office I want you guys to set up is what we call your subscribe and save. Your subscribe and save is an auto ship where you're going to be getting your products on a monthly basis. So this is to find out the nutrition products, because in order to be successful, you must be a product of the product. People say, well, how do you sell this? As you use it, experience it, share your stories, right? So setting up a subscribe and save is where you can set up an auto ship. Now you can set up multiple ones. You can set up for your nutrition to come every month, and then you can save that. And then you can set up your hair products, obviously my favorite, shampoo and conditioner. And you can actually change that to come every 2 months, because maybe you don't go through it that often. So you can set up multiple orders to come at the speed that you want, but you want to have at least one order coming every month that's $50 or more. The reason why is when you are a Club Secret member, and you order $50 a month or more, or 50 points, I should say, because Canada might be a little more, 50 points, Club Secret for 12 months and 50 points of product orders for 12 months, you earn a free getaway vacation from us. So that's what we call our 50/50 loyalty program. So those are the things in your back office that I want you to pay attention to. You'll get more training as you get through it. Up here at the very top, there's your rank. That's going to show you how to get to your next ranks and getting to bronze and silver and gold, which we want to help you guys do as quickly as possible. And people say, well, how do I do that? The answer is Rockstar. Well, then what do I do from there? Go Rockstar again. Well, then what do? Help people go Rockstar. If you help go Rockstar and help people go Rockstar by getting their first 4 in their first 4 weeks, all of the magic unlocks for you, and it makes a lot of sense. Very simple. So a little bit on our back office. Now let's jump into this, like I said before, this little bit of this getting started, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the exposure process. Okay, so let's put this together, and ta-da, boom. All right. So we talked a little bit about that when I pulled up that document, and you can print this off, but I want you to write this in your notes. And it's step 1 really is looking at is why. Okay. So I always look at this and where we start. It's always, I was obsessed with how. And a lot of people get overwhelmed with the tyranny of how. So, but reasons come first, answers come second. You find a big enough reason why, you will figure out how to do the business. So what are you doing the business? The reason I write it as an acronym is not so much what do you want, but what's hurting you? What's not working that is really a motivator for you? Because pain is a much bigger motivator than gain. We've all figured that out, right? If gain was a bigger motivator, most people would be a lot more successful or have a lot more gain in their life. Most people move when something's painful, not necessarily because it's going to give them something. So for me, most people I find that are very successful is they have a burning reason to move away from something, not just move towards something. And so the idea is that in the beginning, a lot of times you're going to be pushed by pain until you're pulled by vision. And I want you to be pulled by the vision of what you want. So it's important for 2 things. So what's hurting you? What doesn't work in your life you want to get away from? These are things that I want you to write down. The other thing is, what are your goals? Okay. So where do you see yourself? What do you want to accomplish? Now, I know in the beginning, sometimes that's hard because it's like, well, I don't even know what's really possible here. Well, a place to start with is how much income do you want to be able to make per month? Maybe it's 500 a month. Maybe it's 1,000 a month. Maybe it's more than that, right? So here's the question then I want you to be thinking about. How much time are you going to commit to your business? Okay. How much time are you willing to commit to your business? And this is something that you need to know, because if you treat this kind of casually, you will be a casualty in your business. So I got all these one-liners. You like them? They're pretty good, right? So, but in all seriousness, from a time standpoint, how much time are you going to invest into your business? Because if you had a traditional job or took on a part-time job, you would know I got about 10 hours a week. I got 20 hours a week because you clock in for it, right? Now here, you're an independent business owner, independent contractor. You can do as much or as little as you want. You can think about the business all day long and do nothing, and that didn't mean you were successful. So we got to figure out is how much time are you going to do actually doing the business, okay? Now, is that 5 hours a week? Is that 10 hours a week? And when are those hours? It needs to be scheduled. If it gets scheduled, it gets done. All right. If it gets thought about, it ain't happening. So how much time are you going to put into your business? The next is, how long are you willing to do this in order to get the results that you're looking for? Here would be my suggestion, okay, is 1 year minimum. Okay. So is 1 year minimum. Be here a year from now. All right. A lot of the results that you can get inside of our business, a lot of times people overestimate what they can do in a month or two, but drastically underestimate what they can do in a year with consistent activity. And I'm going to show you what I think those activities are and how you can do them in just a few hours a week to be successful, because they compound over time. What seems like not a big issue, and we can take a look at it from a health perspective, right? Let's say both of us want to get in shape, and today you have a secret shake and greens and I go have a Big Mac. There's not a big difference with us today, right? It's not like all of a sudden I gain 20 pounds and you lose 10, right? But over the course of a year, if I ate a Big Mac every day and you did a secret shake every day over the course of a year, we're going to see some differences, right? It doesn't noticeable necessarily in the first month, but it's small things. So big results can be achieved in your business by doing small things consistently over a period of time, okay? But the other thing we're going to help you do is get that leverage. But what do you want? Like, seriously, like, let's turn the dream machine back on. And I know a lot of people are like, man, I'm scared to dream again because I'm tired of being disappointed. And I understand that. But look, I'm telling you, settling for mediocrity is not the answer. Settling for average is not the answer. We are a group of abundance. We are a group that is going to expand what's possible and show you that not only you can do it, it's going to be challenging. I never said it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And we want to make sure that you know what you want, because if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I told you, I got all these liners from everywhere over the years, but they're cliche, but they are true, right? So you got to know where you're going. Guiding light, guiding focus. You know, Jim Rohn says the winds of life blow the same on all of us. It's not the winds of life that determine our destination. It's the set of our sail. Our sail is our focus, our direction of where we're going. A lot of people are wandering around aimlessly. Now, you can't change destination overnight, but you can change direction. And we want to get you on the direction that you are excited about the future that you're heading towards, as opposed to being somebody when you say, how's it going? And they're like, oh, I'm another day, another dollar. You know, well, how's it going? Oh, I'm hanging in there. You know, we don't want that for you. Well, we want you to be thriving in this world. So next, okay, why? Inside of that is time. This is an important piece. I want you to write this down. So what you're going to be investing in your business, and you need to know it, your sponsor needs to know it. And then what we're going to do is show you what to do with those 5-10 hours a week consistently to get the results that you're going to want. Okay. Next thing is plugging in to the team, which we already did. So, right. So connect. This is connect. I can spell. So we want to connect you with the team. That was our website. Okay. The most important training that we have here is our Tuesday, I can spell, our Tuesday night training. Okay. Our Tuesday night training on our website. You can figure it out. It's on the same link that you're on right now. Teamsynergytraining.com will take you to our Zoom. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do know we're going through time change here, so it's still 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you figure out where you are in the middle. That's every Tuesday. I'd recommend all the updates, new things, what's going on in the world of Secret. We do a recognition of the week, product training of the week. We do technology tips of the week. That's probably the most important thing to get you connected to the team, as well as our Facebook group and everything else. Next thing here is list. So let's talk a little bit about this. Okay. Now on that document, on there, it has what we call a top 20. Okay. Now, do you know more than 20 people? Of course you do. Okay. So, but I like starting and chunking it down with what we call a top 20. Now you want to shoot for 100, which you all have, and I'm going to show you how, but I like top 10 easiest, and then top 10 best. Okay. Top 10 best. Okay. So your easiest, top 10 easiest. These are the people that you feel maybe the easiest to approach, you know? So maybe this was grandma, you know? So maybe this was your cousin. Maybe this was your niece or nephew. I don't know. Like, who are some of the easiest people that you believe that you can approach to show them what it is that you're excited about, that may just say yes because it's you, right? So we want a couple of those in there. Those are probably going to be maybe one of those 4 customers. And we like, hey, would you do me a favor and try this for me and experience it? And I love the product. Here's what I love. Would you, be one of my customers? Okay, I'll try it out. Right now, so the easiest. Now some people I put family on there. I put my grandma down as my easiest. My aunt was not on no list for me, right? She was the worst, right? So when it comes to easiest, top 10 best. Now, the best who are the people that that, man, if they rocked this, it would be amazing. They're centers of influence. People around them want to do what they're doing. They know a lot of people. Maybe they've had experience in business before. Maybe they've been self-employed, things like that. Now, these people are obviously more challenging, but it's because what you're doing is you're kind of what we call recruiting up. What you're looking for is people better, smarter, faster than you. Now, when I started 20 years ago in this industry as a broke 19-year-old hip hop dancer in college in Los Angeles, they said, make a list of everyone that's better than you. And I was like, well, that's my whole list. Who do you know has got more money than you? Everybody. So I had to learn how to recruit people that were better than me, because that was pretty much everybody in the world that I knew around me. So when we're out there, what we're going to do is make this list. Now, how you can expand on this list is interesting. Obviously, we have Facebook. Obviously, we have Instagram. We have these lists of people that are friends and all this other stuff. But one of the places to start with is this, and I want all of you guys to do this, is go to your phone real quick, right? So you guys have your phone. Mostly Android sometimes is at the top, Samsung at the top a little bit, but iPhone, it's always at the bottom. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your phone. I want you to scroll all the way to the very bottom. So everybody do this real quick. Unless you're watching me on your phone, don't do that, okay? So you can do it a little bit later. And go all the way to the bottom. And on the very bottom, there's a number of contacts in your phone. So number of contacts. And I think some of you will be surprised at the amount of contacts sometimes that are in your phone. So what I want you to do is go ahead and type that in the chat box. Let me know how many contacts are in your phone. Let's see it. Let's get real here. So on that phone, how many are in there? So it looks like we got some. So 1,200 contacts. So 1,200, 1,300 contacts, right? How many more that are in there? So go ahead and write on that. So now 1,300. Wow. So you guys are all around the same ballpark. 700, 150. There you go. There's Tina. There's a normal person. There's Arthur. There's a normal human, right? So 4,000. Geez Louise. Business owner. Amanda, So now some of you, if you're brand new and you're hearing these numbers, you're probably like, what? The people that are posting these huge numbers, most of them have been in network marketing for a while on purpose. They've been building a list. They've been building a network. So Malik, 234, perfect, right? 200, 150, there you go. There's some normal humans, right? So, okay, now many people that have been building these lists. Now, my list is bigger than all of your lists in my phone. I didn't even show it to you because it's a pretty wild. But when I first started and I did this list, just so you know, the average person has around 200 contacts on their phone, or is connected to about 200 people, whether it be through Facebook or Instagram or something, is kind of a normal number. Okay. So don't freak out at these numbers. If you were doing this for 5 years, 10 years, like some of these people, you would have these in your phone, these numbers in your contacts in your phone as well. But with 200, even if there was 50, I know somebody was like, man, I only got about 36. Well, it's like, well, you've been hiding on purpose. You know more than 36 people. You went to school with more than 36 people. You've worked with more than 36 people. You have more than 30. You probably just, you're like, no. Now, maybe it's better to only have 36 real friends than have a whole bunch of fake friends. Is probably a better quality of life for sure. But at the same time, here's how I want you guys to look at this. And I think this is really important when it comes to building your business. Okay. I look at this business very similar to like a deck of cards. Okay. How many of you guys have ever played cards? No cards, right? So it's one of my favorite analogies that really helps me in my business. So how many cards are in a deck of cards? Does anybody know? Yeah. So 52, right? So, but there's actually 54 because there's 2 jokers, right? So, and you're going to find tally ho, right? So you're going to find a few jokers out there. You're going to talk to them and they're going to be like, hey, check this out. And they're like, you're doing network marketing. And they're going to say some sly, stupid, jokey comment, right? So, and don't worry about that. All right. Now there's only a few of them in the deck. So in the deck, there's 4 of everything. There's 4 5s, there's 4 9s, there's 4 jacks, there's 4 kings, there's 4 7s, right? So, and there's 4 aces. Now, the most valuable card in most games is the ace, okay? If you're playing most games, I particularly like Texas Hold'em, fun game for me. It's what I do kind of as a hobby and a pastime, movies and poker, kind of my thing. So, but in this, here's what we do know. There's 4 aces in here. The thing that we don't know is we don't know where they are, but they're somewhere inside of this deck. So the question is, if I gave you a game and I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. Now, how many people do you need to hit Rockstar? 4. Isn't that a funny coincidence? How many aces are there on the deck? 4. You like where this is going, right? So method of the madness. So, but from this, what I'm going to do is I'm looking for the aces in the deck. Now we've shuffled this pretty well. Now let me ask you a question. Where are the aces in this deck? Okay. So does anybody know where they are? No, we don't know where they are. They could be anywhere in the deck, but here's what we do know. We do know they are in the deck. That's what we do know, right? So now if I turned over this card and it was an ace, okay, would I consider myself good at cards? No, we'd call me what? Lucky. That's what you would say, right? So if you talk to one person and they say yes, don't think it's because you're really good at secret. You got lucky, right? And that's okay, right? I'm not mad at you. I'm happy for you, but don't be like, oh man, don't think every call is going to be like that, because it's not, right? So, but in this, I'm going to flip over this card. Now, if I gave you 6 cards, right? Is there an ace in here? Well, we don't know. So, all right. No, what if I gave you 13? Because that's the odds. 4 out of 52 means that 1 out of 13 should be an ace. If I gave you 13, am I guaranteed to have an ace in here? No. If I gave you half of the deck, am I guaranteed to have an ace? I mean, statistically, I should, but it's possible they're all still here, correct? But if I give you the whole deck, what are you guaranteed? Rockstar 4, right? So that's what you're guaranteed. So you got to have enough. That's why we always say is like showing only 6 people, 5 people, 7 people, 20 people. It's like people say, well, how can I guarantee my results? Well, you got to flip the whole deck, right? Because I don't know where they are. So what we're doing here is we're going to flip the deck by showing people what is secret, right? So the first card I'm going to flip it. Of course, go figure, right? So I love these trainings because they're unplanned. So they're fun for me too, because I don't know what's coming. All right. So queen, right? So a queen is a high card, but it's usually not, it's not an ace. Now, if I said, I'm going to give you $100 for every ace you find, how fast would you flip the deck? You'd flip it very fast. How long you spend on the queen? Not long at all. Why? Because the queen doesn't pay you, right? So, and plus she's a drama queen. You don't even want her in your team anyway, right? So is a 10. A 10 is high on the list. Maybe this is somebody who's genuinely interested. They're like, yeah, I want to check it out, or they're kind of like, let me see, or they have what I call the when I story. When I get the money, when the kids go back to school, when COVID is over, when winter is done, when I get my tax return, when the sun and the moon and the stars align, I don't know. What do you do with those people? I don't know. Follow up until they're ready. I don't know. So they're just like 3 is bottom of the deck. This is a negative person. This is somebody who's like, no. I can't believe you're doing that. My friend's cousin's sister's dog did network marketing. It doesn't work, something like that. Right. So a jack. So, and a queen and a 2 and a 10. And a 2. Now, this is normally about the time that most people want to quit. This is what happens, genuinely. They call up a mentor, they call up Jen, and they go, Jen, it's not working. And they're like, why? And they're like, I've talked to everybody I know, right? And it's like, everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You did 9. Now, I'm proud of you for 9, but 9's not everybody. How do you know? Because there's 200 names in your phone. Stop lying to yourself. Right. So now I do know it feels like that, but here's the thing. Every card that is not an ace, okay, you should be getting more excited, not less excited, but that's not what most people do. Most people, every poem that's not an ace, they get more depressed. They're like, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Instead, you should be getting more excited. Why should you be getting more excited? Because statistically, if we're flipping cards, every card that's not an ace means the next card I'm closer to should be an ace. Boom, there it is, right? So now I can do it again. Now I flipped one, got another ace, right? There's a fast ace, right? Now that's going to happen. And then you're going to have a bunch where you're like, oh, ace, right? And flip it. So I hope this kind of gives you an example of what I mean by that is your job is not to convince the 2. So if you flip over a card and it's a 3 and you're like, you need to do this, stop it. Stop convincing the 3 that they need to be an ace. And I don't mean an ace as they're not an ace as a best friend or a family member or whatever it is. It just means they're not an ACEs and this isn't ready for them right now. And that is okay. There's people that will join later, 2 months from now, 4 months from now, 5 months from now, 10 months from now. Fantastic. Here's what we're looking for though. We're looking for now. And for now, so we can get you to Rockstar now. For people that are ready to get started now, not somebody who's ready to get started in January. That's okay. So they were a 10, and then they'll become an ACE later. So I'm hoping this is making sense to all of you guys. Give me a nod if you're like, I get it, right? So, last piece here on this is training. Okay, so training. Okay, so and then I'm going to show you. So training a lot is on connecting with our team, but we have 2 big events coming up here for North America and some for the other markets, which is our regionals. Okay, all right, and our regionals are on January 14th, which is a Saturday, and we have them at about 7 locations, I believe, in North America, and through the U.S. and through U.S. and Canada, and then we have our convention. And our next convention is in February. Okay, so, and there are 2 conventions. There's one, I believe it's the 4th and the 5th. It's the first weekend, which is in Italy, because I'm sharing this because I know we got some people over from seas. I can't wait to see you guys. I will be there with you in Venice. It'll be my first time in Venice. I've been to Italy a lot, but not Venice. So first weekend of February. And this event is called Playbook. Okay. And you want to get registered for your regional event, you want to get registered for your Playbook convention, is February 25th, 4th, 5th, 25th. It's that weekend. I'll get it down. And it is in Atlanta and the ATL. So, so you want to get registered for these events. Now, where you find these, okay, is on our website. If you go click on events, you can get to them, or secretdirectevents.com will take you right to it to register, where you can purchase your tickets for all of our events. Okay. In your back office, if you go click on events, you can find it. It's going to be right there. So click on the events. The last is your launch and now your exposures. Okay. So let me give you the last piece of the puzzle and we're going to wrap this up. This is a longer training. Thank you so much, Char. It's the 24th, 5th, and 6th. Is a lot longer than we do, but I wanted to give you, because there's over 100 people that are on here, and majority of you are not new, because I know most of your faces, and you're here because you want to see, how does Jesse do? What does Jesse do with a new person? How does Jesse launch it? I see what you're doing. I'd be doing the exact same thing, by the way. So I'm excited that you're here. So I'm doing a 2-fold training. I'm doing a training for you that are brand new, and I'm also doing a training for everyone on here's what you need to be doing with your new people. Okay. So second piece is this. Or the last thing is this, is launching. So I'm a big proponent of launching your business. And what I mean by launching is this: there's joining, and then there's starting, and then there's launching, right? So right now you're learning, but launching your business is getting as many people exposed quickly as we can. And the way that I kind of see it is to get an airplane off the ground, you got to full throttle it. Like, can you imagine being on and they're like, hey guys, we're going to, we can't wait to get to cruising altitude. I'm going to try to get this plane off the ground, and I'm just going to give it about 20% gas and see what happens. How many guys would be like, no, take me off. I don't want to go for this ride. So in order to get the plane off the ground, you got to jam it. And so jamming it is the lift off. But once you have lifted off, what do? They throttle back. Because if you go that much throttle, you run out of gas, right? It's kind of like us, all right? In the beginning, I want you to get this thing off of the ground, and to get it off the ground, and then you can throttle back. So when people say, well, I want to do this spare time, I want to do this, I want, whatever it is, I'm like, great, no problem. Let's help you launch, and then you can throttle back. Okay, because I want to get you a result, because otherwise, a lot of times this is a failure to start. You don't get off the ground, and then it's like, it's not worth it. It's not getting my time. So if you just give me these first couple of weeks, this first week here, for us to just put a little bit of gas on the sucker, get you off the ground, then you can throttle back to what works for you in your life. I'm okay with that. So, but before you go to spare time, we need you to launch you. So let's get after this. So how we do this is I schedule what I call 2 launches. Okay. So a launch is where we're going to invite people to see Secret, and inviting people to see Secret, 2 launches. I like to do an in-person launch, and I like to do an online launch. Okay. In-person, online. We're all pretty accustomed to Zoom. Everybody got zoomed over the course of COVID. So most people know what they're doing and getting on Zoom. So an online launch is very simple. What you're going to do is invite people to a Zoom at a specific time, friends, family, people, contacts that we're going to show you how to expose and invite, to say, listen, I'm really excited as I'm launching something. I want you to see what I'm doing. Come check this out. Okay. All right. So I want you to, I want you to take a look at this. and you're going to invite them to a Zoom launch. And your sponsor or your support team. Now, by the way, if you were introduced by somebody that was brand new, they probably can't lead you because they don't know, right? So, and that's okay. You shouldn't expect them to. What you want to do is find out who is your upline Royale, upline Silver, upline Gold, who's actively building the business. Now, some of those people are not actively building the business. It's okay, right? Some of them are retired. Totally okay too. You know, if you build a business and you're making enough money that you did what you wanted to and you want to retire, you should be able to as well, right? Of course. So what we want to find out is who's your active upline, right? So, and in your back office, it shows your active, usually your upline, I think it's like gold or silver or platinum or something like that. And give that person a call. Their phone number is right there in your back office. And if you don't know, you can call the company and they'll give it to you as well. And let them know that you want to build your business and we want you to help. Your job is not to present, your job is to invite. Our job is to present. So presenting over presentation. Now, you can obviously invite people to the Zooms we're doing every single night at 6 p.m., but it's not as personal to you. I think it's really important to have a personal launch, okay? So personal launch online, number one. Number two is an in-person launch in a person. Now, if you have somebody that can be there with you because they're local, fantastic, from your support team. Even if they can't be there locally, they can be there with you in person, sort of on video, meaning you can be there and they can be like, hey, I want you to check this product out. They can share the presentation with you and your friends in the living room, but it's live. It's really happening, right? So, and it works pretty well. I'm just letting you guys know, as much as, you know, you're not there. And so I might need to say, you know, hey, you know, so, you know, hey, Char, do me a favor, you know, grab. So it's like Char's like kind of my Vanna White. I'm like, Char, go grab the body butter and let him smell it, you know? So, and so she might need to be my hands, but I can be the voice, right? So, and when it comes to doing this, so we're not expecting you to do the presentation, just invite for the presentations. So 2 live launches, okay? So, well, Vanna Pink, was that? See what I did there? So she has pink hair, never mind. Some of you guys are watching this being like, this clown, you know, so I know. So last but not least, we've got our launch here is I want to show you an exposure tool that we have that you can start using to be able to share with people very quickly. And especially the people that you start meeting when somebody says, well, what is it? Or what is secret? Or how does it work? Right? So the close people to you on that list, you want to invite them to something, invite them to a Zoom with support team, invite them to your home so you can do a presentation, invite them to coffee so they can come see what secret is, and understand that you're going to be flipping cards. Where did I put my cards here? You're going to be going through the deck to find an ace. Now, if somebody's really nasty and negative, just be like, oh, that was a 2. Okay. To be expected. Again, I need to make sure you get your expectations re-educated here because I don't want you to have a failure to start because you talked to 4 people who said no. Just know that's part of the process and that's okay. We're not looking for 7s and 9s and 4s and 3s and 2s. We are looking for aces and they're in the deck. We just got to keep going through the deck, right? But this is an exposure tool and exposure process, which works very well, which is our Team Synergy app. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to our website. So if you go to our website, teamsynergyagents.com, there's a little button up there called, when you click on it, and you can do this right from your phone. In fact, I encourage you to do it from your phone. Okay, so you're going to click on this and hit get started, right? So in getting started, it's going to set you up an account. Okay. Now, if you go to our website, you don't need to put a group code in because some of you guys are like group code because you've done this before. You don't need a group code. It's already set up when you do it through our website. But the group code is Synergy or Team Synergy. Both will work. But if you just go to the website, you don't even need it. And you create an account. Once you create an account, it's free for everybody to use, free for them to join. We have a premium version, which we'll teach you how to use later, but if you're new, you don't need it, okay? And it's free for you to sign up and join. And then it's gonna have you download the app from the App Store called Rapid Funnel. And then you're gonna log in with your login credentials that you created here, okay? So now, once you do that, I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you're inside of the app, and let's plug this in, okay? I'm gonna show you one little piece of funness before I get off to my next meeting. Okay, so right, when you log into the app, you're going to see a bunch of things here. You're going to see upgrade to the premium version will be here at the top. Okay, so but this is the home screen. We're going to be doing a lot of little short tutorial videos on how to utilize this. You know, if you go over to the more section on the side and you go to your settings, you can set up a bunch of things and you can add your Facebook and Instagram and add your picture and yada, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So for those of you guys that are on that, great. there's only one thing that I want to show you how to do, which is how to add a contact and send a video. That's all I want to show you how to do. Very simple. Down there at the bottom, in the middle, there's that little human with the plus button where you hit add. Now, when you add a contact, in the top right-hand corner is where you can import. If you hit import, it will go to your contact list in your phone where you have 200, 300, 500, 1,000, and you can add a contact, right? So it's one way that you can do it from your phone. You can search for it. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to add yourself as a contact, Jesse Mack. Okay, so Jesse Mack. Okay, I can read first name, last name. Come on, Jess. So, and then add yourself, right? So for me, phone number, moving too fast here. 949-1965. Okay. Now I can add an email, I can add notes if I want to, but just name and phone number is going to be enough. And I'm going to hit save. It's going to ask if I want to set a follow-up. Not now, I don't need to set a follow-up. And then I'm going to click on this contact. So each contact that you have is going to get a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this contact. So now I have imported, whether I imported them or added it myself, a contact in. The reason I want you to add yourself is because you're going to send it to yourself a message so you can see how it works. Okay. And so right underneath the contact, you're going to see those gray areas where I can call, I can text, I can invite to an event, right? But there's also the one that says send resources. That's the one I want you to take a look at. So when you hit send resource, it's going to open up a bunch of resources. Now I have more in here than you because I have other countries and things like that we're building out. Don't worry about it. The only one I want you to take a look at is the first one, which is opportunity. Under opportunity, there's a few different categories. One is invite, the other one is present. Okay. So under invite, there's what we call a sizzle video, and that sizzle video is called 90 seconds. Okay. So that is one resource. It's a 2-minute video. After that 2-minute video, it asks them if they want to see more. It will take them to present, which is the next video, which is the Ultimate Lifestyle Club. Okay, so 90 seconds. We have this in Europe as well. By the way, for Europe, I know we've got some European agents on here. Your group code you can add to unlock the European resources is Synergy EU. Will unlock the European video. So same video, just with all the European information. But on here is these resources you can send to somebody. Okay, now the 90-second one is really more for, I would say, good for a cold contact or someone you're meeting, somebody you don't know well. If you know them very well, I don't think I need to send them that 2-minute video. I like sending them directly to the video because it's only 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Okay. So here's what you want to do. Try sending this to yourself. So under present, the Ultimate Lifestyle Club. If you click on it on the left-hand side, it's going to give you an option to email, which is grayed out because I don't have the email for the contact. I can text, which is the one on the top. On the right, if I click on that, I can share that to socially, WhatsApp, Kakao, whatever social platform I have. But text message is what I want you to see. So if I hit text message, okay, it's going to send me the text message. Here's the video. Boom. Right. So I'm going to send myself the video. Right now, I'm going to go look at my text messages so I can see it. Okay. And what you'll see, okay, is the video came into me. Right. So the Ultimate Lifestyle Club. So here's the video. When I click on the video, it's going to take me to this 13-minute presentation and explains Club Secret. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I think it's pretty good. Okay. Now, underneath there, it'll have your contact information for them to communicate with you as you're sending this out. Now, if you send them the 90-second one, it's only that 90-second video. And underneath it, it'll say, show me more, and it'll take them to this video. That's how that works. Okay. So now in this, I can play this video. Fun dancing music, right? So, and it goes through the company, the products, the offer, kind of what Club Secret gives you, the getaways, options of getaways, a little on compensation, how they can earn an income. So, and all of that, right? And closes out the presentation. But if we go back here to our app, one of the things that you'll notice, okay, if I go back to my contact card, is my score has changed. And if I click on the activity log, it's going to show me that my contact clicked on the video. It showed me that they started playing the video, and then it's going to track what percentage of the video they watched. Now, some of these activities are in the premium version of this. For now, you'll have access to obviously adding unlimited contacts and having an opportunity to be able to share our main resources. So I know this might feel like a lot, but I wanted to give you guys this. We do have this available for recording, and it is something that you can review and come back to. We will post this on our team site, obviously, for new agents that are getting started. So that way you can use this and share this with your new people getting started. Normally, I don't take an hour to do this. This is something I would do normally in about 20 or 30 minutes. And for the new people that are joining, I would spend about 20, 30 minutes going over a few of these pieces. But then the next thing that I would do is I would spend the next 20 or 30 minutes of that hour that we had here today, making phone calls, doing an invitation, helping my new agent make that scary first phone call to their friend that they so desperately want to share this with. Because if their friend is negative, I want to be there with them to be able to pick them up and be like, it's okay. My cousin was horrible too. So, look, I get it. It's all right. So through this process, through this journey, what we want you to understand is you are not alone. Do not hide out, reach out. All of the challenges that you are going to go through, we've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It is something we've all been through. So no matter what you're experiencing, our job is to help you make sure to get unstuck so you can continue moving forward towards your goals and your dreams inside of Secret. I know that I wanted to quit this thing 1,000 times before I became successful because it was such a mental game. And so just don't allow yourself to get checked out just because of unrealistic expectations or things that need to be re-educated, or just because there's maybe a lack of understanding with it, or because people don't quite understand what you're doing. Okay? You are building your business. This is for your future. This is for something that is important to you. So don't let anybody steal what's possible, because so many people are winning here, and you have a supportive community that's going to help, celebrate your successes and pick you up in your setbacks. And that's what I love about Secret, is that we are a community of people here that is interested in not just earning $1, but improving the quality of people's lives. And that is something to be excited about. It's something that we can share with the world. And whether you want to make $100 a month, $100 a day, $100 a minute, there's obviously incredible opportunities available for you to do that. But the biggest part of this is it's not just what you make, it's who you become in the process that you're going to be, I believe, even more excited about the more time you spend inside of our community, the education, the training that you're going to get here. Because many people say, man, I came because these products are amazing. I came because I saw an opportunity, but my relationship with my kids is better because of the things I'm learning. My relationship, I got a raise at my job because now I knew how to go in and match and mirror and be assertive, in my job and in my career. I'm making more money. So then I believe that being a part of Sequel will improve every area of your life if you're willing to grow with us. So thank you for being a part of today's new agent orientation. We will get the replays out for you guys, but for you that are new, it's very simple. All you're focusing on is rockstar. We want to go help you get 4 and 4. All right. So 4 and 4. Once you get 4 customers, we want you to get 4 agents so we can get you those double bonuses. So we will see you guys on the Tuesday trainings and preparing for an incredible season, as this company is in some crazy momentum right now. Take care. God bless. Have a good day. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
We love you. Bye.